Hello everyone, this is Jenny with your weekly energy forecast for the week starting November 9th and running through November 15th. If you are new to my channel, I am a practicing shaman and I do energy readings and help people get in touch with their animal spirit guides. As I said in my video last week, these readings that I do are apolitical. But the result of the American election will still play a part in this week's reading. Whether you think the right candidate won or not, there's no denying the fact that our collective energy has been infused with a lot of positivity these last couple of days. If you live here in New York too, you might have seen dancing in the streets and a lot of joyful people. So many people are feeling hopeful, they are feeling relieved, and they are feeling very happy. And those emotions are all very strong energies. And when our collective energy is suddenly infused with all of that, it lifts everyone up. So for me as an energy intuitive, that is very tangible. The energy suddenly feels much lighter and much more hopeful. And this is said without any political bias on my part. It's simply how I read the energy at the moment. This is also evident from the tarot card that came up for this coming week. That is the Sun card. So the rays of this sun that you see here in this image reach out in a gesture of universal blessing. The sun energy loves and illuminates all things equally without any judgment. It brings warmth, love, and clarity to everything that it touches. And this same solar energy flows within all of us. So our inner sun is asking us to be joyful this week. We're being asked to be light at heart and energized. We're also being asked to put that energy to use and show compassion. Be compassionate towards others. So the sun wants us to live in the present moment and experience the wonders of the simplest things. So it's time to open your eyes to your heart path and follow it. When it comes up for this particular week, it also means that it is time for healing. We cannot keep thinking of everyone else as separate beings. We have to open up our eyes to our common humanity. And once we do that and approach everyone else with compassion, we find our heart path. So we are being encouraged to embrace that hopeful energy that is out there at the moment. Whether or not you like the outcome of the election, you can still benefit from filling up your heart with this hopeful energy that is there for all of us to tap into. And that can help you move forward along the path that you are supposed to walk. I always show you the card from the Rider-Waite deck too. Here you also see a wonderful sunny day. A little child is riding on a white horse, and you have all of these beautiful sunflowers in the background. So this little child is hopeful too, hopeful that there is a new beginning and that he can ride this white horse down the path that he is meant to be on. I also found it interesting that this card comes up today because we have had a very sunny weekend too here in New York. It has felt like summer again, the temperatures were high, and the trees outside just looked so beautiful, with that low autumn sun shining on all of the orange and yellow leaves of the trees. It was absolutely gorgeous outside this weekend. So I do find it quite interesting that the Sun card came up for this week's reading. The crystal I have been guided to work with this week is turquoise. This is a very cheerful crystal. It is a stone that can help you harmonize your emotions It can also protect you from external influences. But the reason why turquoise is so good for the week that lies ahead is that it also helps you recognize the causes of your happiness and your unhappiness. And then it can give you the strength to master those emotions. So, in other words, you can sort through everything you are feeling and recognize which emotions are really your own. Because we have had this election going on and there's a lot of division in the world in general, you can feel a lot of different things, also a lot of conflicting emotions that you might not always understand. Turquoise can help you do that. It can bring harmony into your life. And that's what we need this week. So let's see what messages our spirit guides have for us this week. I will be using the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards by Denise Lin. This is my go-to deck when it feels like we are starting something new as a collective. So let's see what comes up. Here we have our first perspective. Oops. Our second perspective. And our third perspective. The first perspective that we have for this week is called Reaching Your Destination, and underneath it it says, Your light is shining brightly. This card can come up when all your hard work and effort is finally paying off. So when you can expect success in your near future. But in this particular reading, you should think of destination as less of a place and more of a new way of seeing the world. So we have had a major shift in energy this past week, and you need to embrace that. If you do, you can make that light of your own shine so much brighter and then propel yourself forward and make all of your own dreams come to fruition. So this is directly tied into the compassion that we are being asked to show with this sun card here. If you show compassion to others, your own light shines that much brighter. And it will also change your perspective because you will suddenly see other people and notice that common humanity that we all share. The next card that comes up is called Desert Passage, and underneath it it says, Trust there's a divine plan. So this card comes up when you need to be reminded that your spirit guides are walking right next to you every day. They are supporting you, they are backing you, and you can rely on them. Here we have a man who is standing there looking into the desert, and he might feel that everything in his life looks the same. It looks like a battle. It looks like this rough walk through the sand that he has to complete. But he has no reason to feel like that because his spirit guides are right there with him. There's a plan that he can trust. So when we have a huge shift in energy, it can make some people feel happy and joyful and hopeful about the future, but it can make other people feel fear. And we are still in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic also, and that can also make people feel like the man here, that there is nothing but unforgiving desert lying ahead. So if that's what you resonate with more than the hope I talked about before, then rest assured that your spirit guides are there with you. You can reach out to them and they will always listen to you. But again, it also ties into this message about compassion that we have in this card here. Your spirit guides have compassion for you, and they can also help you find that in your heart and give it to other people. There's also a message here about being compassionate with yourself, about not putting too much pressure on yourself. Don't expect perfection from yourself. But your spirit guides are here and you have their support. Our last perspective here is called Faraway Places. And underneath it, it says here, get ready for new horizons. So this card comes up when you are standing at the beginning of something new. You have to get ready for changes in your life, and there's a journey coming for you. Now, a journey can be many things. It can be an actual physical journey, but it can also be changes in your work life, changes in your private life, and changes in your perspective of the world. So there's a clear connection between our third perspective and our first perspective here. Open up your eyes, see past all of the division in our world, notice what we all have in common, and incorporate that into your own worldview. As a collective, we need to move past all of the division. This card here also has a message to you about stepping out of your old habits. Maybe there are little things you do every week that actually harm you, that do not lift up your energy or raise your vibration. So you're also being asked to take a look at all of the habits you have, everything you do every week. I'm again getting a message now that it has to do with our use of social media. Maybe you should not scroll through all of the news right before bedtime. Maybe you should not obsess about your friend's Facebook feed. It is the message that my spirit guides have been sending me throughout this entire year. And you might be getting a little tired of hearing it if you follow my videos on a weekly basis. But occupying your eyes with a screen all the time can prevent you from looking inward. It can prevent you from seeing all of the signs that your spirit guides are sending you every day. It can prevent you from listening to spirit. And we can become so disconnected from earth and nature that it is not healthy for us. So that message is very strong this week also. Take a look at your habits. Are they benefiting you or not? I will also be pulling an animal card for you from my Higher Intuitions Oracle cards. So let's see what animal comes up this week. And he just came right away. That is the brown bear, one of my own spirit guides. And he is an animal that has messages for us about trusting our own strength, about believing in our own visions. If you think of the mama bear out in nature and how she defends her cubs, the bear also has a message to you about protecting what you love. That is both your family, the people close to you, but it is also yourself, your own inner strength, your own energy. You must stand up for yourself, you must protect yourself and not be afraid. You can see underneath the image it says awakening. So the bear can help you realize your own strengths, especially if you haven't believed in them for a long time. He can walk beside you and help you face the world. If it looks like the desert here to you at the moment, the bear can walk beside you, give you the strength to face it. So he might be one of the power animals that you need right now, that you need to reach out to. He's a wise power animal too. When he sees your strengths, it also means that he sees your weaknesses. So he can also help you overcome what you need to overcome to make your light shine brighter. And of course, it's always good to have an animal of strength by your side when you're facing new horizons. It can take strength to change your habits. It can take a lot of willpower and courage too to get ready for these new horizons. So, when we sum up this week's reading, it's all about changing your perspective and trusting in that change that you see. Change your outlook on the world, discover our common humanity, focus on what unites us instead of what divides us, and that can give your own light strength. That's the compassion message from the Sun card here. Change your perspective so that you no longer see yourself as a lone wanderer in the desert, so that you don't see your life as a lonely, desolate place. Change your perspective and trust that your angels, your spirit guides, are right there next to you. They are with you right now in this moment, and they can help you overcome whatever you are afraid of. Change your perspective on your daily life, on the habits that you have, on what is necessary and what isn't. Open up your eyes to new possibilities that might be right there for you if you break those habits. Change your perspective and discover that strength that you have in your own heart, that you have the power to protect both yourself and all the people that you love. Don't give away your energy without getting something back. The compassion message here is not about you giving and giving and giving without receiving. Remember, everything is balance. The bear can help you see that. And you are supposed to get compassion back too. So remember to be compassionate with yourself also. And this crystal here is a harmonizing stone, so it can help you change your perspective. It can help you sort through your emotions and figure out which ones are really your own. So that was the reading for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more. If you would like a private reading with me, you can write the email that you see in the video description, or you can visit my Etsy shop. I wish you a wonderful week, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye!